I wanted just a quick video about the beehives. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination a beekeeper. This is my second year. Now, I know what I know about bees. You could put it in a thimble and still have room for your big toe. But anyway, I was told or read that getting them up off the ground 16 inches, 18 inches would deter skunks, because they at night they'll come and scratch on the hive. The bees will come out and they just eat the bees as they come out, kind of a little buffet coming at you. And that if they are standing up, it exposes their belly, which is their vulnerable spot, and the bees will attack their belly and run them off. So I lifted them up. I put some 4x4s in the ground, built a 2x6 frame, all womanized, 2x6 frame for them. Obviously you can see there's a box around the bottom, and then the in between you can probably see the nail holes on the sides, where I put the 2x6s across, two of them across on the inside, so I could nail the 4x4 that's coming up out of the ground, nail them in there. Put the frames down, cemented them in, and then set the beehives on top. This first one is what I call my dink. It's just a little, it's not doing much. I don't know whether the queen needs, I need to requeen, and I don't know anything about that, so I'm hoping they will do that for me. And I've been in there. I've never found the queen. I know she's there because they're still alive, but I've never found her, and if I did, maybe I would kind of capture her and maybe buy another queen. A friend of mine's raising some, so that's still an option. I might do that. But this hive, I just checked them. This hive, the second hive, I've got a honey super on top, and it's doing well. They really hadn't got up into the super yet, so it's still not doing very well. They filled up the second brood box. You know, the bigger box on the bottom is called a brood box. That's where the queen lays the brood, and then this one is a double brood box. All of these are double brood boxes, and I put a honey super on it a good while ago, a month ago or so, and they hadn't even got up there yet. Put a queen excluder on it. Same with the next one, the third one down is it's not as much of a dink as the first one, but they're pretty much up in the second box and starting to pull comb and such. The next one, the fourth one down, they are well into the second brood box, but and I think they started, if I remember right, they started pulling comb. Yeah, the fourth one they started pulling comb on the honey super also. The next one, the last one down there, is that's the one that's doing the best. I've already got 2 honey supers on it. They are all up in that second honey super, and have pulled a lot of comb on it. They're not storing any honey yet, but they pulled a lot of comb on it. So anyway, these are my 5 beehives. You know, again, I don't know much about beehives, but they seem to be doing well. The first year I bought 2 beehives, one of them died, so I lost 50%. That's why they say never have one, always have at least 2. And then a few months later, when they swarmed, evidently this hive swarmed and formed that hive, the last hive, the big hive. So the queen that was raised out of this one that went off on her own took you know, maybe half the colony, and started that hive on the end, which is my best hive. So I don't know. The 3 metal hives I bought from a friend of mine. They're originally they're probably interbred by now, but originally they were Australian queens, Australian bees. And they seem to be doing pretty well, but that one hive, which is a split from last spring, is doing the very best. So you just never know. And they say once a dink, always a dink. Some people say that. Some people say no, it can go crazy later on. So I'm waiting on her to go crazy. Anyway, that's my beehives. Don't ask me a lot of questions because I don't know much. But the 5th one down there should give me a reasonable amount of honey. I'm hoping. I almost put on a third super today, but they weren't quite, it didn't quite show sign enough to be ready for the third one. But anyway, I'll wait maybe a couple of weeks, come down and check it again, check them all again, and I may put a third super on that last hive down there, the far hive. Anyway, that's my bees. Texas pepper bees. Texas pepper bees are gone.